Hello and welcome to Deadline Horror News live for the week of September 22nd, 2021. I'm Josh and I'm joined here with my friends Donnie
Hey,
and the Professor Smoke.
What's up?
And Will couldn't be with us, but we are from the All-American Spookshow Horror Podcast. As always, of course, we want to remind you to like and subscribe to the channel down below there and click on the bell to be notified when we upload new videos. We want you to become a supporter of the Spook Show by going over to patreon.com/AA Spook Show and sign up to become a supporter of the Spook Show and, to become a patron. We have levels starting at $1, $3, all the way up to a crazy $1,000 Spook Show insanity level, which you need to go over and check out. That just needs to be seen to be believed. So that's there. And of course, the main attraction there is our popular segment, The Library of the Professor, where Professor Smoke himself takes a curated selection from his personal collection that you see there behind him in the video, and he talks about it and gives his ratings, and he has books, laser discs, VHS, a little bit of everything back there, DVDs. So he'll talk about that. But of course, as you see there on the screen, every Monday at 6 p.m. East, we have a new episode of the podcast that comes out wherever you find your podcast. Every Tuesday, you see there, Library of the Professor. And of course, on Thursdays, a new episode of Deadline Horror News is available. This is the first time we're trying to stream this live. So this might become more of a thing where we're doing this as like a live show on Wednesday nights, but it'll still be there on Thursdays for you to check out. I mean, it'll still live on the channel, but it will be live. So a little bit more up to date type of headline stuff going on, but you can see all of our socials there. You can find us at patreon.com/AA Spook Show, Twitter at AA Spook Show, search for All-American Spook Show on Instagram and Slasher. And then of course, right here on the YouTube channel. So that's where you can find all that information. I want to remind you that episode 74 of the podcast is out now, and it's our latest Spook Show Spotlight Origins of Halloween. That just came out this past Monday. And then next Monday at 6 p.m. East is episode 75, and that's our next movie review show. And we'll be talking Caveat from 2020. So I think it ended up being a pretty interesting episode, to say the least. So come back and check that out next Monday, September 27th at 6 p.m. East, wherever you get your podcast. And of course, if you're a patron at the $5 level, at least, you're already listening to it, or at least you will be soon. Actually, that's kind of a lie. It's not up there yet, but it will be up there in the next day or so. But either way, you're getting it early. If you're a patron at the $5 level, you're getting it sooner than Monday at 6 p.m. East. So you'll be one of the first to hear it. So, Donnie, I guess that's, I'll throw it to you for the usual deadlines and horror news. What you got?
yeah, actually, it was this actually just came through just came through from Peacock. They have added over 20 classic, basically monster movies. From the old days all the way back from I believe 1932 is the oldest one. I think that was The Mummy. But yeah, you've got quite a bevy of horror movies here. Bride of Frankenstein, Dr. Cyclops, Dracula's Daughter. It Came from Outer Space, The Mummy. Just quite a lot of classic horror coming to streaming platform. Smoke, you seen any of these? I'm sure you have. I know. What kind of question is that?
Maybe a few.
Yeah.
Once or twice. It looks like it's most of the Universal classics, right? Except for maybe a few of them, like maybe Dracula or Frankenstein or something like that. But the originals. But from that short list that I saw there and what you had on the screen, it looks like it's a pretty impressive list. I mean, it only makes sense too, since like Universal, NBC, Peacock, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure they own all that stuff, so I don't know why they wouldn't throw it on there.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, too. Yeah. As far as the next Black Friday is actually a new Bruce Campbell movie, and that's actually releasing Thanksgiving 2021. You guys. Basically what this is, it's like a group of toy store employees that, they're working a Black Friday, and basically where the shoppers turn into monsters. It's basically no different from any other Black Friday. If you guys have ever worked retail, Josh, I know you have.
I have, but like I believe I always skirted working on actually working on a Black Friday. Believe it or not, like
Really? Oh,
yeah. Anytime I ever had the jobs, it was always like right after Christmas or something, and I would always quit before or move to another job or whatever before Black Friday came around.
Smoke, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I like Josh. I have worked in retail, but it's been a while back. But it was never on actual Black Friday. I mean, I think around Christmas I worked around there, and that was a pain in the ass as it was.
Fucking amateurs.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. I've worked retail hell. Worked at Best Buy for a few years. That was balls.
Yeah.
But no, more about Black Friday. Bruce Campbell's new movie. It also stars Devon Sawa, Michael Jai White, and I'm going to butcher her name, Ivana Baquero. She was Ophelia from Pan's Labyrinth, if you remember. But no, it's practical effects are said to be used for a lot of the gore scenes in this, which we're big on practical effects
And gore.
So yeah, that's something definitely something to look forward to, and that releases Thanksgiving. Yeah, Thanksgiving this year.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And another good thing about that is we'll have a Black Friday holiday movie to watch.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's ever been a Black Friday horror movie before. I mean, I think there's one called Black Friday, but not about the holiday or the.
And it might actually bail us out one of these years coming up because there's not that many Thanksgiving movies. So instead of doing a Thanksgiving, you could do the Black Friday since it's pretty much the same holiday anyway.
Another thing is Cinedigm has actually they have acquired Bloody Disgusting. So basically, last year. The two companies, they partnered to release Bloody Disgusting TV, which is, as if you guys are aware, it's a free ad-supported channel. It's got a wide range of horror content. It's currently available on Roku, Rad, Fire TV, and Apple TV. And also, Cinedigm recently acquired, I think it was Screambox, either this year or last year. But yeah, as far as Cinedigm and Bloody Disgusting, after a short courtship and welcoming a new baby that is now, well, I guess Bloody Disgusting TV, they basically just went to the courthouse and made it official. So, nothing that we would have any unless you guys actually went to the courthouse. I don't know.
No.
Yeah,
but at least that opens up the door for some more avenues for streaming horror because there's a handful, but there's not a whole lot of them. So so hopefully where the other ones won't catch, this will catch the rest. So sounds good to me. Sounds like a good deal.
Yeah. Now another thing that came through. Well, actually, we noticed it just a few minutes before the show. I didn't have any time to get anything together, but Rare Exports, the director of Rare Exports, I'm going to butcher his name too. I want to say it's Yalmari Halander.
Close.
Yeah, sounds good.
Believe me, I butchered the hell out of it in that episode when we talked about Rare Exports too. So.
Yeah, that was episode 21, if I recall right.
Yeah, if you want a good laugh, go listen to that one because every other name is like Yalmari Halander, and it's me trying to pronounce it.
Yeah, but he's shooting his new movie. It's Immortal. That's the title of it. And it's a World War II movie. It's about a one-man army going up against the Nazi war machine. Some SS soldiers, and it's set in the Finnish wilderness. So I believe the director. I'm just going to call him the director. But the director's from Finland. He's always wanted to do an action movie in Finland. So yeah, that just kind of worked out. And It's also going to star, I'm going to butcher these names too, Yorma Tamila from Rare Exports,
He was in that.
Paul Anderson from Peaky Blinders, and Axel Henney from whoever the fuck. I don't fucking know. Yeah,
I wish I had a bowl of popcorn to keep reading the names.
from whoever the fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was in The Martian. Yeah, I just didn't have it right here. So yeah.
One more headline that I saw of a reminder kind of thing, really, but like we haven't mentioned it up to this point. And this wasn't. I literally just brought this up right before we went live, so you don't have anything on this. But Elvira is going to have a special on Shudder called Elvira's 40th Anniversary. Very scary, very special. But that's going to be this Saturday, September 25th at 8 p.m. on Shudder. So just wanted to kind of throw that out there. I'm sure anybody that's watching this is fans of Elvira, just like Joe Bob Briggs and stuff like that, and of Shudder, and I'm sure it's in the same kind of vein. So if you've ever enjoyed Elvira, there's going to be a new special on Shudder this Saturday night. So that sounds pretty cool. We have some conventions, some fan experiences, or however you want to phrase these things this weekend.
Yeah.
There's 3 smaller ones that are, they just kind of are what they are. Like there's not. I mean, I'm not trashing on them. I'm not anywhere near those, so I wouldn't go to them if I was. But we'll throw them out there. But then there's one really good horror convention going on this weekend.
You want to start with the best one, or?
Yeah, we'll start with that one.
All right.
The biggest one this weekend is in Hunt Valley, Maryland, which is like right outside of Baltimore, and it's called Monster Mania 47, and that's Friday through Sunday, September 24th to the 26th. You can go over to monstermania.net for information, but you can see there on the screen. It's a pretty impressive lineup. We got, just some of the names. We got Robert Englund, Christopher Lloyd, Richard Dreyfuss, Joe Bob Briggs, and Darcy the Mail Girl is with him. Alex Winter, Adrienne Barbeau, Tom Atkins, and you see Kane Hodder there. That's just some that you see on the screen, some that I read off, Danielle Harris. There's tons more. It's a pretty big gathering here this weekend, so this one actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, if you're anywhere near Maryland, Hunt Valley, Maryland, yeah, this is the one you want to go to.
Yeah, definitely. I actually had to look. I wasn't sure where Hunt Valley was, but it's like basically kind of North Baltimore area. So that's one you definitely want to check out. The next one there, if you want to pull it up, is Necronomicon 2021.
Yeah, I purposefully did not pull up anything for that.
Yeah, this is it's definitely more obscure. It's in Tampa, Florida, same days this week, all 3 days this weekend. Guests include authors Pip Ballantyne and T. Morris.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that they're probably regional folks, but they have the audacity to charge $50 to get into this thing.
Oh, and I believe I read that they're not even, like, both those people I just named, they're not actually there. They're just going to be
virtual
Zoom, virtually there. So
yep.
I don't know, but there's going to be dealers, an art show, gaming, Necronama Prom. There's going to be a film festival, so there's stuff to do. If you're in the Tampa, Florida area, you can go over to stonehill.org/necro for information on that one. Another one. Did you have anything on SpaCon to put up, or no? You just skipped?
No, I did not. No.
So I'll just blast through both these real fast. SpaCon 2021 in Hot Springs, Arkansas this weekend. You can go to spa-con.org for information. Guests include Roger Bumpus from he's the voice of Squidward in SpongeBob SquarePants. Roger Bumpus, he's going to be there, and I'm assuming it. Now you could say this nerd. I'm going to assume it's nerdy, NUR-D, but you could say nerd, and it's just spelled weird, right? But I guess he's like a DJ or something. He's going to have a concert, like to kind of kick it off Friday night. There's going to be VIP parties, cosplay contests, game tournaments, something called the Space Academy Awards. It definitely looks like it leans a little bit more sci-fi. So if you're in the Hot Springs, Arkansas area, there you go. And the last one is Spooky Spectacle 2021 in Granbury, Texas. Now, that one's just the 25th and 26th, which is just Saturday and Sunday. Guests include author Charlene Harris, Brandon Lee, paranormal PI. There's going to be cosplay, panels, exhibitors, vendors, all the usual stuff. And you can go over to spookyspectacle.com for information on that if you're in the Granbury, Texas area and you want something to do. There you go. The box office report this weekend. I'll run down the top 10. Number 10, opening up in its first week, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, which actually kind of looks interesting, especially for us because we all kind of lived around the area when that stuff was, going on back in the late 80s. So it actually looks kind of interesting. And literally like right up the street from where I currently live. And Donnie too, not too far from where you live now. So let's see, number 9, Don't Breathe 2 made $671,000 this weekend in its 6th week for a total of $31.3 million. Number 8, Paw Patrol the movie. Number 7, Jungle Cruise. Number 6 in its first week, Cop Shop, which I haven't heard anything about that, but it just opened up this weekend. Number 5, Malignant. Made $2.7 million for a total of $9.8 million. I'm not going to comment any further. We're just going to have a good chuckle about that one because we're going to get to that damn movie. Now, we've got a lot of stuff lined up, so it might be a little longer than we liked, but we will get to that movie. Trust me. Number 4, Candyman, in its 4th week, made $3.5 million for a total of $53.1 million, so it has done well. Number 3, in its first week, the new Clint Eastwood film, Clint Eastwood film, Cry Macho, opened up to $4.4 million. Number 2, Free Guy. And number 1, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is still raking in, man. Its 3rd week, $21.6 million for a total of $176.8 million for Shang-Chi. So it is still kicking ass and taking names so far. You know what? I didn't pull up the damn upcoming releases this week. Hold on, just give me a second. I'll pull them up real quick. Let me see.
Yeah, as far as and you guys are much more into the Marvel movies than I am. But yeah, I think was it the last Marvel movie I watched was probably the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
So it's been a while since you watched any of them. That was that was what, 5 years ago, give or take, something like that.
Yep, probably.
Honestly, I'm not seeing any. Honestly, I really don't see any big horror anything being released until Tuesday the 28th on DVD. You got The Forever Purge and Blood Conscious. And Wednesday the 29th, No One Gets Out Alive. So yeah, it looks like there's really nothing going on this weekend, which is weird considering we're knocking on the door of October. And there's nothing. It looks like nothing's coming out. So maybe I'm assuming it's probably just the calm before the storm, right? Because you got Venom: Let There Be Carnage coming out on October 1st, and a good handful of stuff, throughout the month of October, which we'll get to eventually in other episodes. But yeah, that was pretty much it. And did you pull up anything for these horror anniversary dates?
I do. Yeah. I got a couple of things actually. So September 23rd, 1994 is when Robert Bloch died. I just thought that was a great picture, man. Especially the middle one. I do like the middle one. He's just like in his zone. I've been in that freaking thing before, and I don't know what's going on with his eye, but that's on the far right. But
that one left, that is awesome.
Yeah, and I had to we were actually talking offline. I want to say it was a day or so.
I think it was just last night.
Was it just last night?
Yeah.
Well, Smoke had shared some old. We were talking about like old pictures and just nostalgia stuff. I ran across that picture of Robert Bloch, and it looked eerily similar to a picture that Smoke shared with us right here. And I just like, well, that's kind of uncanny because they're making similar faces, and it just happened to be black and white.
Smoke, is this on purpose, or this just happened to be this way?
No, that literally just happened to be that. I've never even seen that picture. I love Robert Bloch, but I've never seen that picture of Robert Bloch before. Yeah, that mask I have on in that picture was like one of those theatrical. I mean, it's kind of maybe hard to tell in the black and white picture, but those clear masks that kind of make your face look opaque looking, whatever.
Yeah.
I get theater masks or whatever. That's what that one is I'm wearing.
Yeah, plot twist. That's actually
I think
how Tammy Faye put her makeup on. She just squirted in there. And yeah, no, I thought that was interesting. And it was September 27th. Was it 1921 is when writer-producer Milton Subotsky was born.
Cool.
So sort of like definitely a horror anniversary. Want to keep these memories alive, and
it's always worth mentioning. Like I said, that these are the ones that built the foundations, especially like classic horror and some things from like Hammer Horror and Universal and all the classics, and kind of got us to where we are today. So it's always cool to kind of keep their memories alive. So yeah, I guess that's more than enough for this edition of Deadline Horror News. I think we've said it all and then some. So, for Will, of course, who couldn't be here, for Donnie, Professor, I'm Josh. We are the All-American Spookshow Horror Podcast, and we will see you next week.
Later.